Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the game where we are always aiming for the lowest score. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
My name's James, this is my mum Joy, and we're from Milton Keynes.
Couple number two.
I'm Meg, this is my girlfriend Maya, and we're from Manchester and Bournemouth.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Darian, this is my best friend Carol, and we're from West London.
And finally, couple number four.
Hello, my name is Peter, this is my wife Sheila, and we're from Aberdeenshire.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much indeed, everybody. A very, very warm welcome to Pointless. It's terrific to have you all here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce, a former criminal barrister who specialised in financial crimes, a really bad person to owe a tenner to. I am genuinely good for it, I promise. I will have it by the end of the month. It is my new Pointless friend, Rob Rinder.
Think you'd stand up to cross-examination?
Not if you do it with that look on your face. No, I wither.
Oh, you are such
Come
a
now.
vixen. Maya and Megan, get through to round two today.
Yeah, we
it's a
hope
last
so.
opportunity.
I know.
And welcome to everybody else. Good luck.
Very good. Thank you very much indeed, Rob. Now, Donna and Dave got through to the final last time and they won the jackpot. So today's jackpot starts off back at £1,000. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Very much in keeping with the usual laws of Pointless, we will be eliminating the pair with the highest score at the end of each round. Your job is to make sure you are not that pair, and you do that by scoring as low as you possibly can. Best of luck to all of you. Our first category today is TV judges. I wonder what that could mean. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. And the question concerns talent and reality television shows by their judges. Now it all becomes clear,
It
Rob.
does. Well, in a flourish of imagination, it's not about me. On each pass, we're going to show you 7 trios of celebrities who have appeared as judges on the same talent and reality TV show, though not necessarily at the same time as each other. We're looking for the names of the shows that these celebrities have judged on. To help, we've given you the year in which these shows first aired on British television, as well as their initials. Please tell us the name of the show the fewest of our 100 people knew.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, so here is our first board of clues. All these pairs of judges, just name the show. Here we go. Davina McCall, Jonathan Ross, Mo Gilligan. TMS 2020. Esme Young, Mae Martin, Patrick Grant. TGBSB 2013. Mickey Most, Muriel Young, Tony Hatch. NF 1973. Christopher Dean, Jane Torville, Robin Cousins. DOI 2006. Amanda Holden, David Hasselhoff, Michael McIntyre, BGT 2007. Danny O'Donoghue, Rita Ora, Tom Jones, TV 2012. And Dinny Hall, Sean Lean, Solange Azaguri Partridge, ATG 2021. Well now, Joy, welcome to Pointless.
Thank you.
Joy, tell us all about yourself.
Well, I'm retired. Had quite an interesting work history.
Tell us.
Left school at 15.
Yeah.
Went back to lifelong learning. At the age of 55, got a master's degree. Worked at the University of Strathclyde in Glasgow and had my own business for 15 years.
Very good indeed, Joy. That's fantastic. Did you start the business after your master's degree then? Or...
Yes.
Wow. Did you sell it? Did you pass it on to others?
No, I just decided that was it.
That was it. Retirement called. There we are. How do you like our board of judges?
Yeah, I know one at least.
This is all we need.
Right, I'll go for Dancing on Ice with Christopher Dean, Jane Torville.
OK, Dancing on Ice, says Joy. Should we see how many of our 100 said Dancing on Ice? It's absolutely right. Down and down and down it goes to 52. Very well done. Decent start.
Robin Cousins, great figure skater, was one of the original judges. Torville and Dean have served both as mentors and judges. The show, do you know what it was originally going to be called? Stars on Thin Ice. Yeah.
That instantly suggests that there's a kind of...
Jeopardy.
There's a jeopardy.
Yeah.
And at any stage, a judge could pull a lever and Sploosh.
I think you've just added something to the show.
I think I have. Maybe we should format that one ourselves. Anyway, thank you very much indeed. Now, Maya, welcome back.
Hello.
Now, we know what the task is. This is your
Yeah.
third and final show, so we've got to, etc., etc., etc.
Yes.
But tell us more about... We discovered Maya, one of the leading lights in women's tennis, until you decided not to be anymore.
Couldn't quite hack it after a pulled hamstring, but I've managed to refocus a lot of my time in, studying at uni, part-time working. But in my free time, I've gotten into watching the F1, which has been quite interesting.
Yes, not quite as actively participatory, but there you go.
No, I don't mind sitting on the sofa and watching other
Well, that's
people
true.
risk their lives racing around a track.
Yeah, OK, there we are. Now, Maya, the judges, what do we think?
I think I know quite a few of these ones.
This is terrific
which
news.
I'm quite happy about. I want to go with my safest one, though, and that would be Davina McCall, Jonathan Ross and Mo Gilligan for The Masked Singer.
OK, you've gone for that one. Let's see how many of our 100 people said The Masked Singer. It's right, 52 is the only score we have at the moment, and you pass it. Down you go. Oh, look at this, down to 25. Oh, Maya, this is terrific. This has got round 2 written all over it, 25 for The Masked Singer.
This is boding very well for you. It's based on a South Korean singing show, and series winners have included Nicola Roberts as Queen Bee and Joss Stone dressed as a sausage.
Marvellous. Oh, there we go. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Darren.
Hi.
Darren, welcome back to Pointless. Tell us more about yourself.
Well, as mentioned before, I'm an undergraduate mechanical and design engineer.
Yeah.
But apart from studying, which is like a full-time job, I do play chess. And I developed this in the Middle East, where I played in competitions.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're quite a nifty chess player.
Well, I do try to keep in touch by playing at home with my dad and my brother.
Okay. That's quite fun, yeah. And you can play online, so you can have all kinds of games going, which is wonderful. Do you find there are a lot of chess players on your course? I imagine sort of engineering and chess.
We have a chess club.
Yes, to which everyone belongs.
80%.
There we go. Darren, what are you going to go for on our board?
Unfortunately, the two I did know for sure are gone. So I think I'll go for the third most obvious one, and that would be Britain's Got Talent.
BGT, Britain's Got Talent. Let's see if Darren is right with that. How many people said it? Britain's Got Talent. Down it goes to 67.
That's it. Amanda Holden was one of the original judges alongside Piers Morgan and Simon Cowell. And two of Britain's Got Talent's most famous acts actually appeared on the same series. Susan Boyle, very famously, I Dreamed a Dream, and Diversity. Ashley Banjo.
So they did.
Yeah. 2009.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Peter, welcome. It's great to have you here.
Hello.
Tell us all about yourself, Peter.
I'm a retired subsea engineer. I retired in 2017 after working almost 40 years in the North Sea oil and gas industry.
Wow. So what do you fill your retirement with, Peter?
My main passion is classic motorcycle restoration.
And so you have a collection?
I have four. Two I've restored and two await to restoration.
What fun. What a lovely hobby to have.
Yeah.
And are they beautiful?
They are. They're very nice. Very, very photogenic.
Lovely. Now, Peter, here's your board. Would you like to fill in the blanks for us?
I think number 2, Sally Esme Young, I think that might be the Great British Sewing Bee. I think the Mickey Most answer could be New Faces. The one second from the bottom, Danny Donahue, I don't know. And the bottom one, I don't know. But the one I'll go for will be Mickey Most and New Faces.
New Faces, says Peter. Should we see how many of our 100 said New Faces? New Faces, absolutely right. Well, 67 is our high score, 25 is our low. You passed the high, you passed the low. 19, Peter. Very well done.
Well done, yeah. Launched the careers of Selene Henry, Victoria Wood, the late Victoria Wood, brilliant, and the Chuckle Brothers. Let's have a look at the other answers.
Right.
Peter, you knew a better answer.
Well, I think number 2 is the Great British Sewing Bee, and I've just realised the second one up from the bottom could be The Voice, but I'm not sure I'd have
Well,
gone
you're
for
right
that.
about both of them, actually. The Great British Sewing Bee would have given you 9.
Wow.
And you're right again, Danny O'Donoghue, Rita Ora, Tom Jones. That is The Voice, 2012. The Voice scored 40. Zana, do you know this one?
Do you know, I'm trying to work it out. I'm trying to think what... I think T could be for the. Is it the?
No.
No, it's not the.
It's All That Glitters.
Oh, yes.
A pointless answer.
There we go.
It's the search for Britain's next great jewellery star.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Let's have a quick look at those scores. I can tell you 19. Peter, very well done indeed. The best score of the past. We travel from 19 to 25, where we find Maya and Megan. This is terrific. We travel from there to 52, where we find Joy and James. And from there up to 67, where we find Darian and Kawa. A little bit ahead there, Kawa. You know what you have to do. Very, very best of luck with that on the next board. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more celebrities who have appeared as judges on the same talent and reality TV shows together on the board. And here they are. Louis Walsh, Sharon Osbourne, Simon Cowell, TXF 2004, Alan Carr, Graham Norton, Michelle Visage, RDR 2019, Greg Wallace, Marcus Waring, Monica Galetti, MTP 2008, Alicia Dixon, Bruno Tonioli, Len Goodman, SCD 2004, Mary Berry, Paul Hollywood, Prue Leith, TGBBO 2010, Andy Banks, Joe Brand, Leon Taylor, S 2013, and DJ Target, Conan Crept, TRG 2019. Sheila, a very warm welcome to Pointless. It's lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm a retired teacher. I used to teach French and German in local schools in the northeast of Scotland.
Very good. So they have exceptional... They're practically bilingual up there.
Maybe.
And it is all down to you. Sheila, what do you love getting up to these days?
I'm a big tennis fan. I play a little bit, not that great, but I love playing it. And we go and see various competitions when we can. We've actually managed to go and see all 4 Grand Slams, so we're quite pleased.
That's brilliant. Which was the best?
Wimbledon.
Of course. Of course. But it's just so particularly brilliant. There's something, it has such a wonderful atmosphere, doesn't it, Wimbledon?
It's a great experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Sheila, you've been set up by Peter absolutely impeccably, which means even now, at this early stage, 47 or less gets you into round 2. What would you like to go for?
I think I'll go for the third one, Greg Wallace and co, and say MasterChef, The Professionals.
MasterChef, The Professionals, says Sheila. Here's your red line. Can we get you close to or below that with MasterChef, The Professionals? It's looking very good, Sheila. Look at that. Down it goes. Very well done indeed. 21. You've got room to spare, taking your total up to a brilliant round 40.
MasterChef's been around for many years, with Lloyd Grossman hosting it first with his wonderful voice in the 1990s. It was relaunched with John Trout and Greg Wallace as presenters. And MasterChef, The Professionals, with my travel companion, Monica Galetti.
I was going to say.
Yeah, one of the many spin-offs. She's brilliant.
Mon, brilliant.
Me and Mon.
Fabulous. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Kawa, you're our high scorers, but we'll come to that in a moment. Kawa, tell us more about yourself. We discovered you are now a registered security guard.
Yeah, as I do register security guard, I do other things on the side as well. So one of my talents, you could say, is voice impressions.
Well, you've set yourself up there. Come on, who's your...
I can do Kermit the Frog. So, hello, I'm Kermit the Frog.
That's very good. That is extremely good. I'm not going to make you do any more. You can relax now, I promise. 67 is your score. You are the high scorers. We definitely need a low score from you.
Well, I'm just no 2, but the one I think is going to be lower is the Great British Bake Off.
OK, for Mary Berry, Paul Hollywood and Prue Leith. No red line for you as you're the high scorers. Let's see where we end up with the Great British Bake Off. Bake Off is right. Down it goes to 55, taking your total up to 122.
So 55 points there, but, you know, the first series, the show moved around the country and the locations were themed around cooking and baking. So one week came from Sandwich in Kent, another came from Bakewell in Derbyshire.
There we are. Thank you very much. Now, we come to you, Megan. There we are. Terrific. Welcome back. Tell us more about yourself, Megan. It's your last chance.
It is, yes. Well, I met my lovely girlfriend Maya about 2 years ago now. We met while we were still both at university in Leeds, and we met on a random night out, and I ended up actually running away with her jacket. So we ended up going on our first date so she could get her jacket back, and
Very nice.
here we are, still
Here
together.
we are, and you are wearing her jacket today. Look at that, lovely, marvellous. So, Megan, you're on 25. We need a score of 96 or less from you. What are you going to go for?
I know a few, but I'm going to go for one that's Alan Carr, and I'm going to say RuPaul's Drag Race.
RuPaul's Drag Race, says Megan. You get a red line, and it's way up there. Let's see how many of our 100 people said RuPaul's Drag Race. It's right, and you are through. Very well done. Round 2 beckons. It happens to be a brilliant answer. Down it goes to 10, taking your total up to 35. Keep this up, and you'll be the golden couple in the head-to-head, for goodness sake.
Yeah, big fan of this show. All 3 appeared on the first series of the UK version of the show. Do you know what your drag name would be?
No, I don't. What should it be?
I don't know. That's something
What
clever.
should it
Or
be?
you choose the name of your first pet and the road that you lived in your
Oh, I was
first house.
told that, yes. Yeah.
So what would yours be?
That would be Henry Hillside.
We could do a double act. I'd be Gretel Oakdale.
Henry would be quite a punchy name for a drag. I don't know, maybe not.
Be a drag king.
Yeah, it could be a drag king.
Yeah. Work it out.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Now, James, welcome to Pointless. It's great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, James.
So I work as head of HR for the UK for a German automotive company, which I thoroughly enjoy doing. And as a hobby, I do singing. I sing in 2 barbershop choruses and a Welsh male voice choir as well.
Good for you. What a brilliant thing to do. And do you find it just improves every aspect of your life?
I just enjoy it. It's,
Yeah.
but that takes us back to 1983, Alexander,
Yes.
in terms of we knew each other way back then.
1983.
Yes.
Why? How?
When you were at St Mary's Music School.
Yes.
Aha.
Yes.
Edinburgh Festival production.
Of Noah's Flood?
Correct.
God, were you in it as well?
We were playing the opposite parts.
You were Shem with
Yeah.
me. Sorry, just put it there. James, that's amazing. Well done. That's so nice to see you again. Wow. That was really good fun. Hilarious. The Shem, which the part you and I played in Noise Flood,
Yes.
our son Paddy, who was a chorister in Oxford, played Shem just 2 summers ago.
Wow.
I know. And I was the voice of God.
Oh,
it was
brilliant.
such good fun. Yeah. Well, how lovely. That's really
So
touched
nice.
me. Now, 69 is your target score, James.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to go for? Can you talk us through the board?
Well, I can do the X Factor and I can do Strictly Come Dancing. Can't do the other 2. Strictly Come Dancing.
Strictly Come Dancing, says James. OK, you get a red line. There it is. Come on, we've got to get you below that red line, particularly now we have this connection. How many of our 100 people said Strictly Come Dancing? It's right. Yes! You are through. Very well done indeed. 48, taking your total up to a lovely round 100. Perfect.
Yeah, the brilliant Strictly Come Dancing. So looking at the board, you know, the X Factor would have just seen you through. 69 points for that. So both answers would have got you through. The bottom one, do you know it, Zana?
I don't know that.
I
What is
didn't
it?
either.
It's going to be a DJing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it is the rap game.
There we go.
4 points for that. And this is an interesting one. Any ideas? Penny Mordaunt took
Penny
part.
Mordaunt, yeah.
Yeah, Splash.
Was she in it?
She was in it, yeah, famously.
Wow.
Yeah. And they learned how to dive, I think, with Tom Daly. And that was a
I
pointless
remember
answer.
that. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Well, that brings us to the end of our first round. And Cower and Darian, I'm sorry we say goodbye to you in this first round. You'll be back next time. You can storm it then. But thank you very much for playing Meanwhile, Cower and Darian. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Very well done, everybody. You came through that last round just smelling of roses. Amazing. And no one smelling of roses more than Megan, who is our lowest individual scorer. So fantastic work there on the rose-smelling front. And Megan and Maya together, our lowest combined scorers. So there we are. It's all going superbly. Keep this up. We'll see you in the final. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 today is cities by location. Can you all decide in your pairs who wants to go first, who wants to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many UK cities west of Birmingham.
Right, so in this round, we're looking for the name of any city in the UK, in British Crown dependencies or overseas territories, that is west of Birmingham. And this is measured by the longitude of the centre of each city as marked on Google Maps. Now, we are taking the official list of cities from gov.uk as of June 2023, so not towns, they have to be cities. Good luck. Good luck at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Rob. Oh, this is fun. James.
I'm going to go for St. David's.
St. David's, says James. Shall we see if that's right? Shall we see how many of our 100 people said St. David's? St. David's is right. Down it goes. To 9. Very well done indeed. 9 for St. David's. A strong start.
I actually thought that might be a pointless one because I wasn't sure if it was going to be a city, but apparently the very Reverend Sir Sarah Rowland-Jones was ordained as the Dean of St David's Cathedral in May 2018, the cathedral's first female dean, and she's one of the contributors of Radio 4's Prayer for the Day.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Rob. Now, Maya.
One place, I'm not quite sure if it's a city or a town, so I'm just going to have to go to the next best one. It should be Belfast.
Belfast,
Yeah.
says Maya. Should we find out how many of our 100 said Belfast? Belfast, absolutely right. Down it goes. Not bad. 28 for Belfast. Not bad.
Yeah, Belfast, 28, good answer. There's a good legal story from here. Lawyer Paul Tweed once represented 2 barristers in a libel action against a newspaper which had reported they'd been seen fighting over the last chocolate eclair in a Belfast cake shop. Since then, his clients have included, you know, a few upmarket people, Britney Spears and Harrison Ford.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Peter, we come to you.
So I'm going to continue with the over the Irish Sea theme and say Armagh.
Armagh, says Peter. Shall we see how many of our 100 said Armagh? Armagh is absolutely right. Well, 28 is our high score, 9 is our low score. And look at that, Armagh down to 1. Very well done indeed, Peter. Oh, so nearly points.
Yeah, well done. The Armagh Courthouse, another legal-based anecdote, was designed by Francis Johnson in 1810. Johnson also designed the famous General Post Office in O'Connell Street in Dublin.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 1, the best score of the past, Peter. Very well done indeed. We travel from 1 to 9, where we find James and Joy, and we travel from 9 to 28, Maya and Megan. Megan, that puts you a little bit ahead of the field. Let's hope you've got a lovely low-scoring answer for the next pass. Very good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, so Sheila, remember, we are looking for any city in the UK west of Birmingham.
I'm tempted to do a Scottish one, but it's a bit hard to know where that
Isn't it? Yes,
line
where
would
the
cross.
line goes.
So I'll go Wales instead. I'll go Swansea.
Swansea, says Sheila. Well, you get a red line, and your red line is there. Where does Swansea take us? Swansea is right. It's all looking very good, Sheila. Very good indeed. Go down to 25 with Swansea, taking your total up to 26.
Dylan Thomas and Russell T Davies, both born there. Great writers. Fan of Russell T Davies?
I am a
Dr.
fan
Hugh?
of Russell T Davies, yeah.
Amazing.
Clever fellow. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Megan, we come to you. You're the high scorers. We must have something low scoring.
OK, so this has just popped into my head because my friend lives there and I'm hoping it is actually a city
Does
rather
it feel
than
a bit
town.
city-like?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Truro.
Truro. No red lines. You're the high scorers. Let's see how many of our 100 said Truro. Very much city-like. And very much west of Birmingham, more to the point. That goes down to 14. Not bad. Takes your total up to 42.
You see, I thought it was either going to be a town or pointless. And the reason I thought it was a town is because it's one of the UK's smallest cities with a population of around 20,000 people, said to mean 3 rivers. But well done.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Joy, you are on 9, 32 or less. gets you into the next round.
Right. I'm going to go back to my homeland of North Wales and say Bangor.
Bangor, says Joy. You get a red line, and there it is. Shall we see how many of our 100 people said Bangor? Bangor. Absolutely right. You're in the head-to-head. And that goes down to 1 as well. There we are, taking your total up to a lovely round 10.
There's Bangor in Northern Ireland and, of course, in Wales as well. And both are west of Birmingham, so you could have had either. Well done. But there are only 5 pointless answers. So before we look at them, here are some of the other low scorers. Wrexham, Preston and Newry all scored 3 points. And Sheila and Peter, Aberdeen, you're going to go there, is actually west of Birmingham.
Really?
And, yeah, and would have scored you 2 points, as did Douglas, which is in the Isle of Man, which is a Crown dependency. And Gibraltar, one of the last pink bits, is an overseas territory, which you could have had. And along with Armagh, which Peter said, and Bangor, which Joy said, Dundee, Perth, St Asaph and Stirling all scored 1 point, as did Hamilton, Bermuda, Jamestown, St Helena, Stanley, which is in the
Falkland Islands.
Very good. Which are all overseas territories.
There we are.
And here are the pointless answers. Dunfermline. You could have had Hereford, Inverness, all pointless. Salford and Stoke-on-Trent, all pointless answers.
Thank you very much indeed, Rob. That brings us to the end of our second round, and it means we have to say goodbye. I'm so sorry, Megan and Maya. It's lovely that you're in round 2. And 42 is not a disgraceful score by any manner of means, but I'm afraid it is the high score. It's been a real joy having you on the show. I'm sorry we're not sending you home with a trophy, but thank you for coming and playing, Megan and Maya. But for our 2 remaining pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Sheila and Peter, James and Joy. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. But before we play the head-to-head, we have a chance here, just a brief little window, to throw some more money into the jackpot. And we do it by seeing if we can find a couple of pointless answers. So here goes, just for fun. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many US swamps as they could. Rob.
Yeah, tough one. You're going to see 6 options. 2 are pointless names of famous swamps in the United States of America, and 2 are scoring. 2 are not US swamps at all, and there's £250 in the jackpot for each pointless answer. Good luck.
There we are. OK, here are your 6 possible pointless swamps in the US. And we have Artax Swamp, Barley Barber Swamp, Hellhole Swamp, Lee Meadows Swamp, Noelium Swamp, and Okefenokee Swamp. There we are. Does anybody know anything about swamps?
The bottom one is.
The bottom one is definitely a swamp in Florida.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know about the other.
This
ones.
is
know about
top
the others.
swamp knowledge. Well done, Sheila and Peter.
How did you know this?
Well, we lived in America for a while.
Right.
Ah, fantastic. Well, I'm going to come to you first, Sheila and Peter. Which one do you want to nominate?
Pick one of the others.
Hellhole.
Go for that then.
Hellhole Swamp.
Hellhole Swamp. Should we see if that is a pointless US swamp? Hellhole. Hellhole is definitely a swamp. And it's a pointless one indeed. So there we are. Very well done indeed, Sheila and Peter. Now then, James and Joy.
Should we just go for the bottom one? Yeah. So let's go for the bottom one.
You're going to go for Okefenokee.
Yeah. Okefenokee.
Okefenokee
Yeah.
Swamp. Should we see if Okefenokee is a pointless US swamp? Okefenokee is most definitely, as we knew, a swamp. It'll be lovely if this is pointless. Oh, 4 people knew Okefenokee. There we are.
The rest of the board. Artax Swamp. Do you think that's a real swamp?
I don't think it is.
You're right. It's the horse from Neverending Story, and there's a famous scene with Artax who's in the swamp of sadness, so that's where that comes from. Which of the others do you think is definitely not a swamp?
I'm tempted to think Lee Meadows Swamp is not a swamp.
Well, you'd be wrong about that. It's a pointless answer. Lee Meadows Swamp is actually in New Jersey. The wrong answer is an Noelian Swamp. Swamp Song was on the B-side by the band Oasis. Noel and Liam Gallagher are 2 members of Oasis. And so Barley Barber Swamp, one that would have got you, and that's in Florida.
That's great. I love Noelium. That's great. We should have spotted it. But there we are. Thank you very much indeed. And well done. You managed to find 1 pointless answer, which means we can add £250 to the jackpot, taking the total up to £1,250. But who'll be playing for it? Well, we're about to find out in the head-to-head. Now, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you're now allowed to confer before you give your answers. Best of luck to both pairs. Our first question is all about gym equipment. Rob.
Yeah. In this round, we're going to show you people using 5 pieces of equipment you'd find in a standard gym or fitness centre, and we'll give you the alternate letters of the names of these pieces of equipment. Please name the piece of equipment the fewest of our 100 people knew. Good luck. Good luck at home as well.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's reveal our 5 pieces of gym equipment, and here they come. We have A, LGPES. B, RSSACBNS. C, FARLE. D, TEDIL. And E, EECSBK. There we are, 5 pieces of gym equipment. Sheila and Peter, it's over to you. You're our low scorers. You go first.
Go for B then, if you know it.
It's resistance bands.
Go then.
We'll go for B, resistance bands.
Resistance bands, say Sheila and Peter. Now then, James and Joy, can you talk us through the rest of that board?
So A is leg press, D is treadmill, and E is exercise bike. But I don't know what C is. Do you know what C is?
It's something roller.
Yeah. So which one are we going to go for?
You choose.
We'll go for E, exercise bike.
E, exercise bike. So we have resistance bands and exercise bike. Sheila and Peter went for resistance bands. For B, how many of our 100 said that? Resistance bands is absolutely right. And down that goes to 36. Meanwhile, James and Joy have gone for exercise bike for E. How many of our 100 said that? Exercise bike, absolutely right. That goes down to 57. Well done, Sheila and Peter. After 1 question, you're up 1-0.
Can you get the rest of the board? You
I
think?
can.
Yeah. So A.
Well, A, leg press.
Correct. 75 people knew that. High scoring. No pointless answers in this round at all.
And then D, treadmill.
Treadmill for D. Cool. That would have given you 85 points.
Yeah.
Most people knew that one.
And yes, definitely a roller. It's a foam roller.
Very good. That was the best
right.
answer at 13.
There. Thank you very much indeed, Rob. Now then, here comes your second question. James and Joy, you've got to win this one to stay in the game. Very best of luck. Our second question is all about Leonard Bernstein. Rob.
Very excited about this round. We're going to give you 5 clues to facts about the world-famous composer and conductor Leonard Bernstein. Please give us your most obscure answer. Good luck.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 Bernstein facts, and here they come. Born in 1918 in the city of Lawrence, north of Boston, in this New England state, he wrote the 1950 Broadway adaptation of this J.M. Barrie play about a boy who wouldn't grow up. His best-known stage and film musical, focusing on the rivalry between gangs named the Sharks and the Jets. His name features in It's the End of the World as We Know It and I Feel Fine by this band, led by Michael Stipe. And he conducted 2 performances of Beethoven's Symphony No. 9 to celebrate the fall of this barrier that had divided Germany in 2. There we are. James and Joy, it's over to you.
R.E.M. This name features in there. R.E.M.
You're going to go for R.E.M. for the end of the world as we know it. Now, Sheila and Peter, can you talk us through that board?
Well, he was born in New England, which is Massachusetts. I guess the J.M. Barrie play would be Peter Pan. The middle one, the best-known stage film musical, would be West Side Story. And the bottom one would be The Berlin Wall.
Massachusetts.
Go for that one.
Massachusetts.
You're going to go for Massachusetts for the top one. So we have R.E.M. versus Massachusetts. James and Joy went for R.E.M. Should we see how many of our 100 people said R.E.M.? R.E.M., absolutely right. It's the band who sang The End of the World as We Know It. And that goes down to 17. Very good indeed. Sheila and Peter have gone for the New England state that he was born in. Should we see how many of our 100 said Massachusetts? Massachusetts, absolutely right. 17 is what it has to beat, and it does. Look at that. Down it goes to 7. Very well done indeed. 7 for Massachusetts, and that means Sheila and Peter, after only 2 questions, you are straight through to the final 2-0.
Yeah, you made the right choice. I think this is a board that you know as well.
Yes, I think they've got all of these. I think they cleared it, yeah.
So Peter Pan, the second one would have given you 42 points. Best known stage and film musical focusing on the rivalry between the Sharks and the Jets. West Side Story, of course, 36 points. And he conducted 2 performances of Beethoven's Symphony No. 9 to celebrate the fall of this barrier, the Berlin Wall, and that scored 20.
Thank you very much indeed, Rob. Well, the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round is James and Joy. It's not terrible news, really, because it means we get to see you again next time. Otherwise, it would all have been over, and that would have been far too soon. But we'll look forward to seeing you then. James and Joy. But for Sheila and Peter, it is now time for the Pointless Final. Huge congratulations, Sheila and Peter. You fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win the Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £1,250. Well, the only thing between you and that jackpot is a pointless answer. We just have to hope a category comes up that you're going to be happy with. What would you like to see, Sheila? What would you like to see?
Tennis for me.
Tennis.
Geography.
Yeah. Peter?
Yeah.
Geography again, geography and history.
Politics
There are
sometimes.
2 strong topics.
OK, well, as ever, you know what they're like. 4 completely random, sometimes rather baffling things, but let's hope there's something that doesn't send you running for the hills. We have physicists, funk and disco bands beginning with K, Antipodean politics, Terry Pratchett.
I know more physicists than
Definitely
Antipodean
not funk and disco.
Antipodean, Australian and New Zealand politics.
Politics, probably.
What do you want then?
Well, politics.
Antipodean politics?
Yeah,
Antipodean politics.
OK, Antipodean politics.
Antipodean politics. So we're looking for any person who's been Prime Minister of Australia since the role was brought into being in 1901, who has any of the letters A, U or S in their surname. This is according to the list of Prime Ministers on the Australian National Archives website. Or we're looking for any person who's been Prime Minister of New Zealand since 1856, who has either of the letters N or Z in their surname. This is according to the list of premiers and PMs on the New Zealand government's history website. For both lists, this is up to the end of August 2023. Very, very best of luck. And best of luck to everybody at home playing as well.
Thank you very much. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of them to be pointless. If you can find 3 pointless answers, we will throw in a £500 bonus. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Australian. I can only think of Gough Whitlam, but I don't know how to spell his name.
There would be a U in it, I would think.
There would be a U or possibly an A.
Yeah.
I can't
There's
think.
Jacinda
Jacinda
Ardern.
Ardern. Can you think of another Australian?
Who was the last guy?
We're
was the
trying to
last
think
guy?
of Australian. I think that's our most likely. I can't think of any other Australians.
Was there an Anderson?
I don't thought doesn't ring any bells. That.
What was the guy's name? Can't remember. I think we're going to have to make one up.
Who was before Jacinta Ardern then in Australia? In New
I don't
Zealand?
know. I don't know anymore.
We'll make one up then.
10 seconds left.
Yeah.
Think of an Australian name.
Buzz.
Brian Smith.
OK, that is your time up. I'm looking forward to this made-up name. Let's have your 3 answers.
We'll go with, for Australia, Gough Whitlam.
Gough Whitlam.
For New Zealand, Jacinta Ardern.
Jacinda Ardern.
And for Australia again, a made-up name, Barry Smith.
Barry Smith. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Gough Whitlam.
Gough Whitlam.
Gough Whitlam, we put last. Least likely to be pointless, probably Barry Smith. And then Jacinda Ardern goes in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have Barry Smith, Jacinta Ahern and Gough Whitlam. There we are. Well, any one of these could turn out to be pointless. Certainly one of them could. And if it were to be pointless, you'd be leaving here with £1,250. What would you like to do with that if you won it? Sheila, I'm going to ask you first.
Well, in lockdown, we bought a camper van and we've been doing quite a lot of trips. And we're planning one to Europe, back to France next year. So it would go towards that.
That would be fabulous. Peter?
I would steal a little bit of it to put into my motorcycle restoration budget.
Into the fund?
Yeah.
OK, there we are. OK, well, your first answer was Barry Smith. This will be fun. We were looking for Australian Prime Ministers with A, U or S in their surnames for £1,250. Should we see if Barry Smith exists? Alas, no Barry Smith. So we now turn to Jacinta Ahern. We're now looking for New Zealand Prime Ministers or Premiers with N or Z in their surnames. Jacinta Ahern. I'm afraid that is incorrect. We'll discover why in a moment. So we now turn to Gough Whitlam, your third and final answer. Now, this came to you quite quickly. And it's an Australian Prime Minister with A, U or S in their surname that we're looking for £1,250. Might Gough Whitlam be pointless? Gough Whitlam is absolutely right. Well, Barry Smith, unsurprisingly, was incorrect. Jacinta Ahern was incorrect. Gough Whitlam, absolutely right. Taking us down to single figures. Still going down with Gough Whitlam for one. Oh, no. It's a brilliant answer, but I'm afraid one of our 100 knew it, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot. However, you do get to take home our pointless trophies today and all our deepest respect, because you played phenomenally the whole way through. 2-0 in the head-to-head as well. Brilliant, brilliant play. So well done, Sheila and Peter.
Bad luck. That was so close. It's Jacinta Ardern.
Oh,
that's why. But she would have scored you 4 points anyway, so you wouldn't have won the money. Now let's have a look at some of the pointless answers. John Howard, Julia Gillard, Kevin Rudd and Malcolm Turnbull as well. All pointless. In fact, the only answers that scored points were Anthony Albanese, who became Prime Minister in 2022, Bob Hawke, Tony Abbott, and the following that, along with Gough Whitlam, all scored 1 point. Edmund Barton, Paul Keating, Robert Menzies, Scott Morrison and William Hughes. Moving on to the Prime Ministers of New Zealand with N or Z in their surname. Pointless answers were Bill English, Harry Atkinson, Sidney Holland and Walter Nash. Do you know any of them?
No.
The scoring answers were Chris Hipkins, David Lang, Robert Muldoon. Everyone else was pointless. Very, very well done if you got any of those answers at home. It's a tough round.
Thank you very much indeed, Rob. And thank you, Sheila and Peter. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,250. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Rob.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.